Hey, Jay D'Alessandro here with Debbie Doğrul Associates Realty, and I am here with two of our agents on the team, Geoff and Carla, who are with us. It's great to have you all.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, so we have been kind of venturing down this road of real estate and learning about the process for some buyers. And share with me a story, kind of a wild story that happened in your real estate career. So I'll let you start, Carla.
So a wild story would be, I'm at an open house and I meet this family and they come to me and they say, we love it, we live down the street, we really want to buy this house, can you help us write an offer? How do we want this, right? Oh, yes.
You say absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Give me the paperwork. So I do that. And throughout the process, more family members started appearing that I didn't know. And 2 days before closing, checking in like I always do, right, to make sure that everything is in perfect, condition to close. And nobody's answering back to me. And neither the buyer, the wife, or the cousin that I met that day. So long story short, I called the lender and he tells me that the loan got denied. And I said, what happened? And turns out that two cousins were buying this property, but one of the cousins actually was not going to live in the house. And that same day, the underwriter called the cousin and verifying information. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm just helping out my family members buy this house.
Oh, no.
So, in case you don't know, when you sign a loan application and a sales contract, it specifically says if you are going to be living in the home, you check yes. That means that it's going to be your primary residence, right?
Yeah.
So if you're not going to be living there, it becomes automatically an investment property, which requires more down payment, and also you get a higher interest rate. Therefore, if you cannot afford that, your loan is going to get denied.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it was my lucky day at that open house, and turned out to be like, nah. So it was a learning curve.
Learning experience for everybody involved in there too. So on the other part of it, Geoff, what have you got that's happened over the years or recently?
Yeah,
that's been interesting.
So recently, this market has been very fast moving, very competitive this year. And back in February, the market was still evolving. Nobody really knew how crazy it was going to get in terms of price or where rates were going to go. But I met Tim and Meredith at an open house. And it was one of the first open houses I did for the year. And very busy, but I could tell really quickly that house wasn't for Tim, because he was in and out of the house within just a couple minutes. And I said, hey, before you go, what are you looking for? This is kind of the neighborhoods that we work in. And if you're looking to purchase in these neighborhoods, we have a lot of opportunities coming up. So I talked to him for just a few minutes, and I said, let me get your information, let me get your number, and I'll give you a call tonight. I may have something for you. So it turns out I ended up calling him just a few hours later. I said, hey, I have this house not far from where I met you. I can get you in tomorrow before it hits the market. It was a very nice off-market opportunity. So I sent him the address. He looks it up, and we set a time to go meet on Monday night. And by the time Monday night gets there, I meet him at the house. He already knew the house wasn't going to be for him and his family. But he wanted to see the house with me because he wanted to talk to me a little bit more, learn more about me and my background, because in the time I met him on Sunday up until Monday night, he actually went home and he Googled me, looked me up on Google, looked me up on Zillow just to see what my history was. And at the end of our appointment on Monday, he's like, Geoff, I knew the house wasn't going to be for me and my family, but I just wanted to spend more time with you because honestly, we just don't know who to trust right now in this market. And we just want somebody that can help us navigate, make competitive offers. And after reading about you, meeting you yesterday, and you showing this house tonight, you are the guy that we want to work with to navigate this market. And then it turned out just 4 days later, he sent me a house in Fairfax City and says, can we see this house? I said, absolutely. And we wrote an offer on it Friday morning, and we ended up being one of 17 offers.
Wow.
We submitted early Friday morning, competitive market, and as we're leaving the house Friday morning, cars are just pulling in all morning long to see this beautiful house. And sure enough, we waited all weekend long, and then finally Sunday night we found out that we were going to be the winner out of 17 total offers.
Wow.
So, crazy.
It does really make sense. I mean, buyers are making one of their biggest investments, and trusting somebody that they just met sometimes is a hard thing. So it makes sense that they would research the person that they're going to partner with to get them through that process and also give them sound advice.
Right.
So it does make sense. So you've been talking about this wild market that you went through with them. We know the market edge is kind of changing a little bit. It's eased off, more homes on the market, interest rates are going up. So what are you experiencing currently in the marketplace now? Before, I know it was different. So what is it now?
So right now, there's still an appetite for homes, but it's a little bit less of an appetite. Instead of 5 to 10 offers, we're seeing 2 or 3 offers. Or if we're lucky, we're only seeing 1 offer. In the homes that are experiencing multiple offers, we're not seeing crazy 100,000 above, 50,000 above, 30,000 above the asking price anymore. That's kind of died down quite a bit. So we're still seeing some multiple offers, but people are being more cautious. The offers aren't as bananas as they were just a few months ago.
Which is good for buyers and buyer agents, I feel like, right now, to be just a little bit more. You could add some contingencies as well to some of these listings if they're sitting on the market for a week or so. Then you can ask for inspections. I had an inspection 2 days ago, and I was like, wow, this is how it feels to do an inspection?
You actually have an inspection? You had an inspection this year?
Yes.
Home inspectors' phones are finally ringing again, right? Yeah. In the process of buyers that you've worked with, talk about kind of your favorite areas or favorite communities where you've shown homes.
Favorite communities. Okay. So I would say Cardinal Forest is one of my favorite communities.
And that's in Springfield, Virginia, right?
That's West Springfield specifically.
Yeah.
I really love the feel of that neighborhood. I've always loved it. It's just walking distance to Lake Accotink, which it's one of my favorite lakes as well. I had a recent sale there last year. Another one would be Hampton Forest. That's a nice
Hampton
one.
Forest. Second home that I ever sold was in Hampton Forest. Yeah.
Really? Yeah, I love that neighborhood. Yeah. It's just so nice. And the amenities, I'm big on amenities. So, yeah, I mean, and Burke Center.
Great.
Burke Center.
Yeah. We've had a couple of agents talk about Burke Center. They've got great trails and little lakes around there, too. Yeah. Geoff, I mean, would you echo that, or any different places that you've loved selling in or showing houses in?
So I'm a fan of Fairfax Station right now. So Fairfax Station is a little further out, but there's 2 parts of Fairfax Station. I always forget about the part that's close to George Mason. And a lot of those homes right by George Mason on the other side of Ox Road have a Fairfax Station address, but when most people think of Fairfax Station, they think further down Ox Road, further down 123, towards South County, basically towards 95 South. And Fairfax Station does touch all the way down there, but there's a good section of Fairfax Station, larger homes, larger lots, but not far removed from the city. And I think there's a lot of value in Fairfax Station right now.
That's great. Thanks for giving us a peek into what it's like out there in the marketplace and spending a few minutes with me today, too. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.